Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Frank, for such a kind and thoughtful introduction. I love Frank and Bill a great deal. They're good friends. They put a picture of me in the program of a very good-looking cop putting handcuffs on me. In case that intrigues you, I'm staying in this hotel tonight. Come on, I'm 61. I got to take advantage of every opportunity I can get. I want to thank Alan. Alan, when I look around a room like this and see all my friends who are not here, and I get a little down sometimes, and then you get up and you give me great hope for the future, and you inspire us, and you lead us, and I am so grateful you are amongst us. Thank you very much. We would be wrong tonight to not remember, especially us since they're forgotten by everyone else, our gay and lesbian troops serving in Iraq. May they come home tomorrow. You know, in a country that prizes honesty almost as its greatest virtue, George Washington never told a lie. A father to a son, I don't care what you did, son, just tell me the truth. Our religious institutions, our families, our unions, our jobs, truth is honor. And I lied for the first 30 years of my life. I made up names. I made up people who I dated. I lied to my mother and father. I lied to my friends. I lied to the people I played football with. I lied in school. I lied in college. And I couldn't quite figure out why I had to lie. But then it all started coming back to me. Because you see, in the times of Joseph McCarthy, in the early 1950s, it was quite acceptable practice. If you were gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender, to have a lobotomy. Families had the legal right to place you in an institution and to operate on your brain so that you would not be gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender. I got the hint. My father, when Freddie Davis, a handsome young man, 16 years old in my school, who was known as the town queer, Dr. Davis's son, committed suicide at 16. And I heard my father say to my mother at the kitchen table, the Davis family is better off without him. I got the point. So for the first 30 years, I realized that we were the exception to truth and honor. That we were so bad in people's minds that they begged us to lie about who we were. Our honor, our integrity, our dreams. Please lie to us. Don't dare tell us who you are. I remember when coming out at 30 years of age, because no one would run the campaign against Nita Bryant's initiative in California. We had lost in Miami, and we had lost in Wichita, and we had lost in Eugene, and we had lost in St. Paul, and we thought we were losers. And we thought we would better off not to rock the boat and just let it pass, an initiative that would make it against the law for school teachers to be homosexual in California. And if discovered, they would be put on trial and lose their teaching credentials forever. When it started, 75% of the people of California supported it. Some of us did not believe we could stay in the closet any longer. That had gotten to the point that if we didn't come out, there was never any hope for truth in my life. So I came out, and along with Harvey Milk, my good friend, ran the campaign, and we ended up taking every single county in the state of California and defeating Nita Bryant by 54%. And I started to believe that maybe I'd come out of something, that I wasn't a loser and I wasn't a liar and that I had honor. And so a group of us decided to form the first gay and lesbian political pact in the history of the world. Now, I want you to understand what this was like. There was a bar called the Carriage Trade, which you had to walk down an alley to get into, that had a room in the back for meetings. We walked 10 minutes apart into this bar so the police couldn't see us go in and we wouldn't be arrested for meeting politically as gay people. 10 minutes, we looked at our watches, another person would go in, and then another one, and another one. And when we left in 10-minute intervals because the police were notorious for raiding political meetings. We took our membership list and took it in individuals' different trunk. So if we were arrested by the police for going to politics, that they couldn't get a hold of our membership, that they would never be able to find it. We held our first fundraiser finally, and we raised an all-time record that evening of $40,000. No politician came. A few people from the entertainment industry and a couple nice folks. But what happened was, we raised that $40,000 and we went to give it to candidates for office. Many of them who I had worked for when I was in the closet. And they sent me back the check, Democrats, saying they couldn't accept their money because it came from openly gay people. But we continued because we know that money is the mother milk of politics. And it was just a matter of time of not when, but how much. So eventually they took our checks, and we were on the top of the world. Our dinners started attracting people, and we had 1,000 people at black tie dinners, and Ted Kennedy and Gary Hart and all the people started introducing us. And we thought that freedom was very close at hand. Then came AIDS.